stupid. Come on, yo. I ain't never gonna like. Oh man, maybe they was right. I ain't never gonna be good at nothing. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marley Marv. Welcome to my channel. Growth is infinite, and that's because
growth is infinite.
I appreciate y'all tuning in. I just put out a video like a couple days ago. It was like, watch your mouth. I had read from the scripture of Proverbs, and it was saying like the danger of our words at times. So, you know, I wanted to shed a little bit more light on that topic and just go into more detail about it. Speak life to your life. Speak life to your life. Now, you might have seen in the beginning of this video where I'm shooting basketball, I'm missing a couple hoops, and I'm getting very discouraged. I'm like, man, I can't do it. I ain't never gonna be able to do anything. People told me I wasn't good at basketball anyway. Why am I even trying it? You know what I mean? But those are all things that I can end up reaping over my life because what I'm speaking. You know, a lot of the times because of our past, our upbringing, or where our current circumstances is, we don't realize what we're saying. You know, I didn't understand that me just saying, man, today's bad, man, like today's gonna be a bad day, that I'm actually opening up every door for it to be a bad day. I'm closing every door of opportunity because of the words that are coming out of my mouth. So again, we need to speak life over our life. We need to speak life over others' lives. You know, I came up from my own experience. I came up where I didn't have a lot of encouragement over my life. I didn't say a lot of things that were good for me. I didn't think that it was possible for me to be in a position today where I could be speaking life over others or be in a position to help people. I thought, man, listen, I went through a rough childhood. There's nothing good for me. I went to prison for so many years. I'm just a product of my environment. Well, that's not true. Well, it is true if you say it. You know, are you speaking life or are you speaking death? You know, there's another proverb. Proverb 18:21 says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. Life and death is in the power of a tongue. So look at this. You ever hear of someone that, let's say someone, not to bring up death, I don't like being gloomy, but someone was to kill themselves. And when they do that, they say like, yo, they leave a letter and they was like, they'll never forget what this person or people or whoever said to them that caused this tragedy. Like someone said something to them that was death, that made someone feel like they were worthless, that made someone feel like they were low. So they ended up taking their life because of what was said to them. Now let's do the flip side. Now here's a positive. Have you ever come across someone, you see them years later, they were in a bad position, they end up getting their life together, you ended up giving them the truth, and you ended up loving them and empowering them, and they're like, yo, I'll never forget what you said to me. It changed my life because of the power that was in your words when you told that person, don't you give up. You came too far. Don't you dare give up. Greatness lives inside of you. And that person hung on to that. And they was able to overcome because of the words that was over your life. Now, there may be some people right now that are in very challenging situations, to where you're like, Marv, it's hard for me to speak life when I'm in an area where all I know is poverty. I'm in an area where abuse is just so common, where you're being mentally abused. I lived somewhere before and I heard a lot of mental abuse. And I was like, wow, I felt so bad for the family because I would just hear so much negativity and toxic said that we don't understand when you're spitting that out to your children or to whoever. And especially as a child, we start to put that on. That starts to be part of our wardrobe when we wake up in the morning. I start putting on, I'm a failure. I start putting on, I'm good for nothing. I start putting on, I'm just like my father. And not even, and the person that's being the abuser isn't even aware of that. So I'm here to encourage you today to speak life over your life. You may not have someone that's gonna speak life over your life. You may not have that person to do that. So I challenge you to be that person to do it for you. I challenge you when you wake up, and yes, it looks like all hell's running wild, but you're like, you know what, today, if I don't have nothing, I'm just gonna be grateful that I could walk today. I'm just gonna be grateful that I have the resources with walking, talking, hearing, and smelling and comprehending things. Already you have the resources to be able to go get a job. You have the resources already to go be productive. So if you could just grab on to that, speak life. There's so much going on right now where all I hear is death. And I'm so passionate about this right now because you guys, you don't understand the challenging time I'm in right now. You don't even understand the opposition up against me, to where it would be so easy for me to just go off at my mouth, man. Where I feel like I have every right to. But I'm like, Marv, you know that don't produce no life. One thing about them scriptures, they don't lie. People can say what they want to say about them scriptures, but it's true. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Look at what you're saying. Look at the doors you're opening. Look at the doors you're closing. Why not speak life? It's so easy to get caught up in what's going on out here. Don't you know it's so easy when you see that phrase, misery loves company? Yo, it's so easy to end up with them and sitting on that couch of misery. Straight misery. It takes no intelligence at all to let foolish things come out of your mouth. It's just so easy, idiot, jerk, all that. It's just so easy to do. But sometimes when you want to say something valuable about a person, watch, it might stump you a little bit. You might have to think a little bit. Why is it that we have to think a little bit to say something valuable about someone, but saying something negative about someone just comes easily? I go like, yo, he's an idiot. Instead of, oh, he's awesome. Or, think about that. I'm here to encourage you today, man. This isn't me just talking because I'm not, I have this all figured out, or as if there's some magic potion. No, this is just me living from experiences. This is me where, man, every day I want to just say the wrong things out of my mouth, and I just want to just speak this toxic, but I know what it's going to do. I know the danger in that. Today's a great day. You know what makes today great? The fact that I'm able to sit here and say that today's a great day. The fact that I'm able to sit here and encourage someone else. The fact that I was able to not swallow on my problems and just, oh man, I ain't doing nothing today. I was like, nah, you know what? Get up. Let's go at it. Let's go after this thing called life. Let's live it a little bit. Because right now, life is living people, but people are not living life. Circumstances are living you. People are living you. They're holding you hostage. But you got to understand, you have the power to break free. But it all starts sometimes with just simple words. Simple words. It talks about the tongue in the scripture too. Who can tame the tongue? It says little things, but it starts a big fire. You could say a little joke. It goes to the next person, another little joke. Before you know it, the whole school, that joke is a big joke. It's like a big fire that spread like cancer through the school or through any facility. And it's killing people. It's killing people. We need more people to speak life. We need more people to speak life over themselves. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you may not have your mom to wake up and say, hey, son, you can do it. You may not have that dad to be like, hey, daughter, you could do this. I got your back. You may not have that significant other to push you. You have to wake up and grab onto the little bit of strength you do have and say, Marv, get up. Come on, it's time to get it. What do you mean? My body's like, what do you mean? No, it's time to get it. You have goals. You have dreams. They're not going to get themselves. Speak life. Speak life. Let's speak life. I don't know where you are today in life or what you're going through or what you've been through. But from one brother to another brother or to another sister, listen, speak life over your life. It will make a difference. I promise you, if you start watching the words that come out of your mouth, if you just start maturing with your communication too, that's basically what you're doing too. You're maturing with your communication. Not everything out of my sentence, F this, oh that, yo, my nigga. Like, no, none of that. You're actually speaking more intellectual. You'll start to treat yourself intellectual. You'll start opening up doors for you from the words that you're speaking. People will actually start inviting you to places. They'll actually want to be around you because they're like, man, I don't know what it is with you, man. But You make me feel good. You're positive. I want to hang around you. People want to attract to that, you know? So why not speak life? Why not be that person for someone else? You know what I mean? I go to work, man, I'm at work, people like, man, you walk around smiling all day. What's up with him, you know? If you guys only knew, watching a room fall apart and not being in a financial position to be able to fix it, or watching my roof, or watching my chimney, or dealing with the loss of loved ones, the drug addiction. You guys think I'm just, I don't go through things? Yes, I go through things. And not you guys per se, but like when I'm at my job and people are like, oh, you know, he's just, I just choose to speak life. I choose to speak life. The author of life spoke life into me. So now I'm like, you know, now that I have the revelation of what's going on, why wouldn't I speak life? Why wouldn't I use this now as a weapon now? Instead of beating people down and cursing them, I want to build them. Hey, bro, you looking good today. He just got something regular on. Hey, yo, you did an awesome job today, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. They're like, what did I do? You're doing good. You're awesome. You're valuable. You're worth it. Whoever's out there right now, you're worth it. You're valuable. You are. Don't think you're not. Don't settle. We don't like when people lie to us, right? We don't think it's okay for people to lie to us. We would get offended if someone's like, yo, Marv, you know, they were going to do something. And if they didn't do it, I'm like, damn, why he tell me that if he ain't going to do it? But why is it okay for me to lie to me then? Why is it okay for us to lie to us? Why is it okay for me to say, hey, Marv, I want you to go, or hey, Marv, we're going to do something good today. We're going to work out 2 times. We're going to do that. And then later on when it comes, no, that's all right. Why is that okay? Why ain't I holding myself to the same standard that I'm holding others? Just something to think about. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And again, man, I challenge you this week to speak life to your life. And once you got that down pat, start speaking life over others. Even though the situation looks dark, even though it looks gloomy, even though it looks like nothing's changing, you just still speak it. Still do it. Who cares? I'm just going to still say it. It's hot. Yeah, it's hot today, but so what? At least we have a sun. At least I ain't in the area where it's like Alaska and all that. Speak life. So that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all. To everyone out there, man, stay encouraged, stay safe. God bless you guys. And remember, growth is infinite.